What if there is an AI chatbot that is free, fully private, and you can self-host it on your own AWS account? Well, there is now. Introducing Voxal AI. Hi there, I'm Animan. I am the co-founder of Voxal AI. No more monthly subscriptions. With Voxal AI, you get unlimited AI messages and website links to train your chatbot on. No technical or AWS knowledge is required to use our solution. With one-click deployment, the solution will be deployed to your own AWS account and you will instantly get the website link and the credentials to use the chatbot. If you're just getting started or an established business, our solution is for everybody. It can save you hundreds of dollars every month and years to come. Why should you choose Voxal AI? Well, Voxal AI is built on the serverless architecture, which means you only pay for what you use. You can leverage the AWS Free Tier because AWS offers 1 million free requests per month for AWS Lambda function, which is more than enough for many businesses who are just starting out. Technically, you can host your solution almost for free. Your customers' interaction with your chatbot and leads generated by the chatbot are important. So why leave that on the third-party platform? With Voxal AI, the data lives on your AWS account. You have the complete data ownership. With Voxal AI, you get unlimited messages because you use your own OpenAI key and you pay only for what you use. We are also working on the DDoS protection solution, which is very important for any chatbot solution. When you put your chatbot on the public use, so it is very important to protect it from any kind of abuse because it can incur you AWS charges or your OpenAI API charges. We are also working on the white label solution. So white label solution, you will be able to sell this chatbot solution on your own pricing plan with your own terms and conditions. We can also provide you the customized solution. So if you are in need, contact us, support@Voxal AI. Voxal AI supports all the GPT models currently available, and all the models that are released in the future will be also supported out of the box. With advanced analytics, you can see your customer interactions and how your chatbot is performing. It is e-commerce optimized, so it's not just a text-based chat model. It can provide the product recommendations as you have seen it on the homepage. It supports 95 plus languages, so it does not matter where your customers are. It can work 24/7 out of the box. Here are some of the Voxal AI features you can go through. We have provided a small demo for each feature. You can go through all the features. Now let's see how to deploy the chatbot to your AWS account. You can click on one-click deployment to AWS. If you are not logged in, you have to log in here. Now click on one-click deployment to AWS. And as you can see, you are being redirected to AWS. If for any reason you are not automatically redirected to AWS, you can manually click on this button to open up the AWS console manually. So you can see my pop-up is blocked. So that's the reason I was not redirected. So now I can copy the code here, the stack that we will create. Click on the stack name. And now I am in the AWS portal. Now here, if you are a new user and you have never used AWS before, you need to create your AWS account first. So I will go with the account creation. So if you already have your account, you can skip this part. So let me create the account. So give your email that you want to use. You need to verify your email. Now you need to set the password for your root user. And this is very important. Do not share this password with anybody because it gives the complete control of AWS account. Now, once you are logged in, you have to provide your contact information here. It's just a one-time setup. Now here you have to give some information if you are using this for the personal use or the business use. So I can say personal use here. I can give the name. You need to provide the phone number and everything here to create the account. So I'll provide my phone number. Click on I have read the terms and conditions. Click continue. Now here you need to provide your debit card or credit card number. This is a standard procedure for any cloud provider. So you have to provide your card details here, but you won't be charged until you exceed your free tier quota. As I mentioned, it is more than enough for most of the businesses. But if you are already an established business, then probably you will exceed the quota and accordingly you will be charged for the resources that you have used on AWS. Now, once you have entered your card details, you will be redirected to the new page. And here you need to provide your mobile number to confirm your identity. So I'll enter my number here. And finally, you need to verify your code that will be sent to your mobile number that you just gave. And with this step, my identity is verified. Now for this one, you don't need any support plan. So you can just select the basic support plan and click complete sign up. And there you go. Now you have the AWS account. Now we'll go back here. I'll click on this link again. So if you see this message, the request has expired. It's because our deployment link is valid only for 5 minutes and we have spent more than 5 minutes setting up our AWS account. Another thing to note, you get only 5 attempts to deploy the chatbot. So when you click on the deployment button, it is counted as attempt 1 and you have only 4 remaining attempts. So if you'll keep trying and you do not go through the complete end-to-end deployment, then you will be blocked and you have to contact our support team in order to unblock you if it is a genuine reason. This check is put in place to protect our resources from any kind of abuse. You can close this dialog box and it may ask you to wait for 15 minutes because we have already tried first attempt. So just to keep our resources safe, we have put the cooling period time. So if you click on here, you will see there are 6 minutes remaining before we can retry our deployment again. All right, 10 more seconds and then we are ready for the deployment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Click on one-click deployment to AWS. Copy the stack name again. Click on the stack name. And now here, give your stack name. Click I acknowledge. So this will provision all the roles and the resources that we need in order to start the deployment. Just click on create stack. It will take a couple of seconds to create the stack here. And once everything is done, then our deployment process will start. You don't have to do anything here, just wait. And once the deployment is started, you will see that in the UI that deployment is in progress. Until then, do not do anything. Do not refresh the page because it can interrupt your deployment. So please be patient and wait. And as we can see here, our deployment stack is created. It's complete now. Now we'll go back to the UI and the deployment will start here. Just give it a few seconds and then you will see this button changing to deployment in progress. As you can see, deployment has started. Now you don't have to do anything. Just wait for 5 to 10 minutes and you'll get your login details on this page. So while our deployment is happening, let's create the OpenAI API keys and the Pinecone account. OpenAI API key is required for the chatbot interactions, and the Pinecone API key is required to store your embeddings data in the database. So let's go ahead and create that. So you can head over to OpenAI API key docs here. So here you can sign up. I'll give my account. Now I need to enter the password. So once your account is created, you can head to the dashboard, go to the API keys, and this is where you will create your API key. So click on Start API key, but looks like you need to provide your phone number in order to verify your identity. So I'll enter my number and you have to do the same. All right, so the identity is verified here. Now I'll just create demo key for our project. Create secret key. Now copy this key because you would require this when you will create your chatbot. Now you need to add some credits before you can use the OpenAI API keys. So let's add some credits to our OpenAI account. Go to the settings icon, click billing, add payment details. Select as an individual. So here you need to add your card details. Whatever credit you want to use, let's say I want to use $10 or $100, I'll add that to my account and then I'll be good to go. All right, so I have the account balance of 5. I would recommend to use some old accounts that you have already used in the past, because for a brand new account, you may run into the rate limit issue because for a brand new account, as you can see, the request limit is very low. It's just 3 requests per minute. And for an embedding model or to train your chatbot, definitely we are going to make a couple of hundreds or thousands of requests per second. So you may run into that issue. You may have to work with OpenAI if you really need a brand new account. Otherwise, I recommend to use some previous account that you have used in the testing before, and that has a higher rate limit. Otherwise, just open up a case with OpenAI to increase your rate limit, and then you can try to create the chatbot. Now click on sign up here and enter your email that you want to use. Now they must have sent some kind of one-time password. And I have the password here. And there you go. We are in the Pinecone portal. You can skip this for now. And now here, let's go to the API keys. Now you already have a default API key here. I'll copy my default API key. And now we have all the details that we need in order to create our chatbot. And even for Pinecone, you don't have to pay anything upfront. It's pay as you go model. And in the free model itself, you get a very generous plan here. So if you look at the starter usage, you have your read unit and write units here. So free tier offers 2 GB of storage, 1 million read units, 2 million write units, and that is per month. And up to 5 serverless indexes and up to 100 namespaces, which is more than enough for any business or even for any individual use. And our chatbot is ready. Now click on this information icon to see our deployment details. Click on go to your app. Cool. So now I will use the email ID to log in, the same email ID that you see in the deployment information, and the temporary password. This is a one-time password, and it will prompt you to reset your password here. And you can reset the password here. And now we are logged in to our website. So basically this is your website or your product that is ready for your use. Now here we need to enter the Pinecone key and the OpenAI API key. So copy your keys that you have created in the previous step. I'll copy my OpenAI API key here, and then I'll enter my Pinecone key. Make sure your keys are correct because it will verify before it will allow you to create the chatbot. If any of the key is incorrect, you won't be able to create the chatbot here. Nice. So once your keys are verified, now here you can create the chatbot. So I'll create a chatbot for codesalert.com. So click on fetch links. Now here recursive means all the links on your website will be scraped and it will create or build the knowledge base based on all the links. If you don't want all the links, you can select the links here and you can uncheck this recursive checkbox. Then it will create the chatbot only with these links, but you can add the additional links anytime. This is just the first time it is creating the chatbot, and click on create chatbot here. And there you go. This is your dashboard, and that's where you will be able to see your chatbot and everything. And your chatbot is already ready. It's that fast. And now in the customization, you can customize your chatbot name. For example, I'll give this name CodeIsAlert. And you can add the profile picture here. And if you want to change this chat icon, you can do that as well. And I will save these settings. And now your chatbot name is reflecting here in the UI and even on the left hand side. Now in prompts here, you can give the frequently asked questions about your website. So for example, I would say, what is CodeIsAlert? What are their latest courses? And save it. We can test our chatbot before we deploy it on our live production website. So let's test it. Okay, so we are getting the replies in our chatbot. Okay, this is good. We have the links as well for our courses. Now let's ask one more question. This is a complex query, but let's see how well it understands it and replies back. It has provided us information about their course. It also provided us the information about the course rating and the total number of students for the course. So this is good because that's exactly what we asked. You can verify the information just to ensure. So we have 3016 students and 238 reviews. And that's exactly what it replied back. So this is good. Now you can go to embedding, copy the script and put it in the head text of your website, and the chatbot will appear on your website, and then it's live. You can go to the dashboard to see the information about our chatbot, and this is showing us the daily trend of the messages and how users are engaging with our chatbot. Now next is the chat history. So here we can see all the interactions that are happening with our chatbot. So since we have initiated the interaction from our own personal ID, so we can see our email ID here. But if any user is directly engaging with our chatbot, so then you will see it as anonymous ID here. And you can see a recent interaction here about the chatbot. And here you can see about the ratings question that we asked. So this is all good here. So in the next section, you can add more knowledge to the chatbot. So there are multiple sources. Either you can give the website link. It will again get all the links available on the website. You can pick and choose what all links you want to scrape the data from and add it in your database. And you can also add the knowledge from PDF file. If you want to update your chatbot, for example, if you have updated your blog page and you can just click on the fetch, it will get the latest data from that page and update your database with the latest information. If you want to delete anything that is no longer relevant with your website, so you can delete that link and it will delete that knowledge source from the database as well. So the customization, we have already seen about the customization. So you can customize the look and feel of your chatbot here. In the settings tab, this is where your secret keys go, your pinecone and the API key that we added in the very first tab. There will be more settings that we'll be adding in the chatbot, like the DDoS protection, and many more features we'll be introducing soon. So stay tuned for that.